Budget Day is just around the corner, and you can follow everything in many ways here at CBC Saskatchewan, which now includes a podcast. Adam Hunter is the host of On the Ledge, a new podcast that just launched today. Tell us about the podcast.
Well, it's a conversation with me and someone who's behind the headlines, behind the stories at the legislature. It could be a politician, it could be a newsmaker, it could be a journalist maybe you, Christy, if you make news. The first episode is with Minister of Finance Donna Harpower. Of course, she'll be front and center on Tuesday when the budget rolls out. We had a conversation in her office recently. She talked about sort of her nerves delivering the budget, her path to becoming the finance minister. She covered a lot of different portfolios in her time and being a role model to her 3 daughters. So we covered a lot of different topics. It gets, some serious, some of it's light. So that's sort of the idea of the podcast is to have a conversation and just to make it get to know someone a little bit better.
And that's kind of the most interesting part because a lot of listeners only hear the, very professional side of politicians. So tell us about getting into this personal side of so many very strong people. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see, just what people are willing to talk about and how open they are to kind of the questions and the answers. And the podcast is in your ears. The idea is you're there sitting in the room. And so hopefully that's the atmosphere. That's what you get. The second episode, we're hopefully going to be doing something, just a reaction to the budget. We're not really sure who we're going to talk to yet. We'll see what happens with the budget next week. And we're trying to launch these every week. They'll be available everywhere. So it's exciting. It's the first podcast for, I call it the first, best, and only political podcast for CBC Saskatchewan because it is.
And you're not only going to be talking to politicians, you mentioned other reporters. What kind of, stories are you going to get from them, do you think?
We'll have to see. The one thing I'm really curious about is in the press gallery, we have to wear suits and to follow and watch that. And anyone who knows me knows that I only wear a suit if I absolutely have to. So I'd love to wear jeans in the press gallery, not be too crazy, but we'll hopefully talk to the speaker, maybe talk to some other colleagues at the press gallery that would like to have the dress code dressed down a little bit, we'll say. So it's not going to be the most serious thing. It's going to be a light listen. The idea is to be 15 to 20 minutes. You're driving home, you're cooking supper, you can listen to it. Maybe you want to fall asleep to it. Hopefully it's not that boring. I think it'll be fun for me and for people to listen to, and I'm really excited about it.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Can't wait for episode 2.
You're welcome, Christy.